We've all been that busy that sometimes we miss phone calls. And if you're in any business, those phone calls can actually cost you thousands of dollars. I've personally have missed phone calls from sellers, and when I call them back, they never answered. And after that, and 1 month later, I see that their property has been sold. So in today's day and age, there are solutions to problems like these. Solution number one, of course, is hiring a VA, but that's a lot of extra cost that you may not want to do. And solution number two is actually the question we're going to answer today. Can AI handle conversations with homeowners? This can apply to homeowners or any other business that you're in. So instead of hiring an additional VA, which would cost me at least $700 a month, I decided to build my own AI system in order to answer phone calls. Before going to this, I had 3 questions. Number one, will people know it's AI? Is it too obvious or can it still work? Number two, how does AI handle people that are just rude and trying to yell at the AI? This happens all the time because our main method of marketing is texting. So after a lot of texts, a lot of people will call you and say, go screw yourself. So how does the AI handle it? And number three, the main question is, can AI actually close on these sellers? Can I actually work with these people, get information, and send it to my database for my VAs actually to call the next day and try to close that deal? That's going to be the biggest question of today. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to use 3 softwares in the setup. It's going to be Vappy, NAN, and Airtable. I'm going to jump into the setup here shortly, but the overall idea is that over a week, I'm going to let AI handle phone calls at the times where my VAs are not in office. And I'm going to see how does it handle phone calls over a week. Every couple of days, I'm going to actually go into the AI and improve it based on some conversation I had before. And you guys are going to see all of that. And in the end product, we're going to see if it's actually working or not. But before we jump into the setup, please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy this type of content. I love building the systems for myself and for other businesses as well. Now let's jump in and see how I created this voice AI agent. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you just as a quick example what this AI can do, it's designed to do. I'm not 100% sure yet on the AI voice that we selected and things like that, but we're still trying to tune this out. But this is kind of what we're working with at the moment, at the beginning of this test. So we're going to connect and you're going to hear a typical conversation.
Hello, this is Sarah. How can I help you?
Hey, Sarah, you guys texted me about the property I own.
Just a sec. Thanks for holding. May I have your name, please?
This is Ralph.
Hi, Ralph. Could you let me know which property you're calling about?
This is about 1010 11th Street North.
Got it. Thank you. Are you comfortable sharing your asking price for the property?
I don't know yet.
No worries, Ralph. Could you tell me about the utilities? Is it city water and sewer or septic system and well?
You guys just need to figure that out.
Understood. Thank you for sharing that. Just to confirm, your contact number is still the same as the one we have on file?
Yes.
Right? Great. Thank you for confirming. I'll make sure Ralph gets all of this information and he'll follow up with you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Ralph. Have a great day.
All right, guys, so you heard how that went, right? And I am still indecisive if she's a little bit too like central with her messaging. She's like, I understand, Ralph. I mean, like she's she's like too like calm and quiet. But I also think that might be my workout, but that's my initial idea for this particular voice AI build, and this is something we're gonna keep testing. That's biggest things with these voice AIs is that you have to keep testing. You have to keep testing until you figure out which voice and which prompt work the best for this particular business model. All right, so now that we have an idea what the AI sounds like, and you have an idea how I told you it's gonna be routed during certain hours using NAN here. Also, you may be curious here when you were looking at the script, potentially you saw this, the lookup Airtable here, and then there will also be lookup Airtable here at the end. And I will also create one in case the phone call just doesn't drop automatically, which in this situation it did. The idea is it's going to actually call an MCP trigger, which is a tool that the AI can actually use, the AI voice agent. It's a tool that they can use and just depending on situation. So sometimes what I've created is 2 separate situations where during the phone call, if somebody calls and we have their phone number in the database, it looks up the database and tries to find the address that we might have reached out to them about, and it confirms it based on the information. So it tries to use that tool in the beginning, right here when it calls. Then there is a second situation where at the end of the call, if it did collect all the information and then sends that to the Airtable, so where my CRM, my database is, and it tags the lead as, hey, the person called, this is what they wanted, this is their price, this is the information about the property, all that good stuff. Right, so two tools that can be used and will be used by the AI. So that's the setup there. Right, and Airtable is a CRM that I've talked about many times, but yes, so that's kind of how we have it set up. So at the moment, we're gonna let it do its thing. We're gonna let AI run for the next couple of days. In a couple of days, we're gonna check back in and we're gonna see which problems are we having and how we're gonna solve it. So I'm gonna check back into it every couple of days. In about a week, I'm gonna look into it, see how we did, and we can see the results. So I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Alright guys, so it has been a week since I've been testing this voice AI agent, and I'm really curious to see some of the results. It looks like it hasn't been so many conversations. Again, this is like after hours, right? So if I was building this for someone, I would have actually done a lot of testing myself before deploying it out there. Because all these conversations could be super important, and you want to make sure that the AI is already fully set up before you deploy it. But this is for fun, this is for YouTube, right? So this is just to show you what voice AI could do. So let's jump into it right here. All right, so here's the things that we are working with. So from January 30th to February 2nd, these are some of the conversations they had. You can also see the cost of some of these conversations cost me. So, there's a 1-minute conversation that cost me 20 cents. The rest of them are kind of low. But yeah, let's just listen to see if any of them are interesting. This is a 20-second conversation. This is after the last improvement as well. So let's listen to this.
Hello, this is Sarah. How can I help you?
You keep messaging my number, Sarah. Who are you? What do you want?
I apologize for the confusion. This is Sarah with Ralph's team. One moment
Who's
while
Ralph?
I pull up your... This is Sarah with Ralph's team. One moment
Right.
while I pull up
Who
your...
is Ralph and what team?
Ralph is a...
Are you guys making blind calls to homeowners, trying to get them to sell their property? Is that what you guys are doing?
I understand your concern. We assist homeowners who are interested in selling their properties. If you're
Well, I don't remember filling out any such paperwork documenting that, so why am I receiving any text at all in relation to selling any property?
I apologize for any inconvenience. If you prefer not to receive any more messages, I can make sure your
Ever.
number...
Tell Ralph he can fuck off. I don't want to sell anything to him. Ever.
I understand. I'll make sure your number is removed from our list. I apologize for any inconvenience. Have a great day.
Well, to be fair, obviously this is a pointless conversation, but to be fair, she kind of handled it okay. I would fix some things right here where it said, you keep messaging, who are you? It didn't understand. It said, who is Ralph? It said group Ralph. And yeah, I guess it should have, I guess because it got confused, and this can be on the back end of the LLM, so like the language learning model that translates it into, because the way that the voice AI agent work is that, so let's say you're speaking with the voice AI agent, you say words, then it takes those words and so it takes the sound, translate it into words, then those words get processed through an AI model. In this situation, I have the OpenAI, so the ChatGPT model. Then it processes it, then answers it back in text, and then it gets transferred to voice again. So there's definitely delay, but to be fair, she handles it okay. I would lower the delay a little bit. It did seem certain parts like too much of it, like you can kind of tell right here between 32 seconds to 36 seconds, so the 4-second break in between, but to be fair, he didn't ask if it was AI. Her voice is very solid. Again, it's really weird because she's like very quiet, very this, but it's actually pretty solid. I do like that. Let's keep on going. I mean, yes, this didn't amount to anything, but again, these are most of the time these people are not interested when they call you to tell you to screw yourself, right? So, but these are some conversations that it could have.
Hello, this is Sarah. How can I help you?
Hey, Sarah, this is Maurice. Who are
Just-
you? Trying
That's-
to buy some land?
Loan delay.
This is Sarah with Ralph's team. Hello, this is Sarah. How can I help you?
Okay, so loan delay 4, and I was about to speak on 6, a 2-second delay. I gotta lower this delay somehow. 7 to 11, that's a 4-second delay. So I'm definitely gonna lower the delay because you can actually set up in the back end. And even though this is the last part of the video, I'm still gonna be working on this voice AI going forward. All right, so that one was that. Nothing great, right? So this 20-second looks like the person. So, okay, so looks like, oh, so this is interesting actually, because I was gonna say this, I was just gonna skip over this, but,
Hello, this is Sarah. How can I help you?
and then the person says hello,
Hello?
One moment.
and then this has to be more natural, right? So maybe not as the person says hello or says anything, you should pull up the information. Maybe it's the AI should only pull up the information of the seller if they say, you guys texted me about the land, right? So anything indicating that that's why they're calling, right? So if you just say hello, it shouldn't be like, one moment, let me pull up your information. That doesn't realistic, of course. So definitely take note of that. Let's see. We didn't listen to this one yet. Okay, let's see.
Hello, this is Sarah. How can I help you?
Yeah, so you're trying to
One
call
moment.
Maurice? What?
This is Sarah with Ralph's team.
Again, why did she say one moment? She like cut him off and said one moment. That's crazy.
Thanks for holding. Are you
What is
calling?
this?
This is Sarah with Ralph's team.
Again, that's when I need to fix it. She's giving me, I'm cringing. Obviously, it's a voice AI, but it needs to not pull up the information until it's prompted to, per se. Okay, so that's definitely take note of that. What I like to do is screenshot these conversations, send it to AI, work on it, adjust it tell it what I needed to be do different, and then recognize that the AI is such a great tool. It's just you need to know how to use it, and it's all about prompting and doing it correctly. But yeah, okay. So this person did not say nothing. This 45-second call. Let's see.
Hello, this is Sarah. How can I help you?
Are you trying to reach Ernest?
This is Sarah with Ralph's team. Just a sec.
I don't know if somebody just texted me said they're trying to reach Ernest.
Thanks for holding. Thanks for holding. Yes, it looks like we're trying to reach Ernest Joe about the property at 306 West 7th Street in Lakeland. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss or clarify?
No, I do not, ma'am. The property is not for sale.
Older people still don't recognize that it's AI, but again, the two main issues I'm seeing so far, right, is the break in between like 5 seconds to like, it should not be more than 1 second in between for sure, maybe 2 max. All right, so that's that one. All right, so let's conclude this based on everything we've seen over the last week. Can AI handle conversations? Absolutely yes. Can AI be improved to handle conversation? Yes, and not just this one, there's other models and there's other voices that you can work on. Do I think that short-term AI can fully replace people when it comes to phone calls? Maybe certain situations, right? Not difficult conversations, absolutely. Like if you have a receptionist, if you're a car wash business, if you are even a doctor's office, maybe, but the doctor's office is a little bit more sensitive information. But let's say if you are a mechanic or you are an HVAC business or whatever it is, these things are very easy to create for someone like me that have been working with AI for some time. And I do think that these things can improve your business and save you time and money. As you can see, none of these people have recognized that as well AI. So the voice is great. The problem is that the delay and the timing of things that it said, which can be adjusted. Do I think that within a year or 2 years, this voice AI will improve so much? Yes, because I have already seen some other models that will be so well done that eventually they will potentially replace cold calling or just answering receptionists fully. So yeah, if you want to learn how to create these kind of AI models, or if you want me to create one for you, please reach out to me in the link down below in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have and book a free consultation for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.